Hey you guys, good morning from Ocala, Florida. Yesterday we had a little bit of rain, so I went ahead and planted my pigeon pea rows with a variety of seeds. Some sorghum, Sudan grass, pumpkin, butterfly pea, and some more pigeon peas. Just because if some of the other pigeon peas that I planted don't come up, well then I have a succession started. Moringa trees are really growing fast now. You can tell when the tree bark actually turns green that it's really starting to take off. Because in our winter season, when it kind of goes stagnant, the bark is a solid brownish gray tan color. I actually have some bean pods starting on my fava beans, which is nice. I definitely think I'm going to be growing fava beans more often, just because they have a completely unique profile in terms of like a legume that I haven't grown fava beans prior to this, but I like their profile, how it's kind of a bushy, tall bean bush. You know, you have your vining and climbing legumes and beans, and I have the pigeon peas, which is a legume and grows into a tall shrub, tree-like shrub. But the fava beans are unique in the way they grow. They will probably get taller than this, but their leaves are much different in comparison to a lot of the other legumes you can grow. They're just really unique, have unique flowers. I'm excited to try to grow other varieties of fava beans as well. But little papaya tree should start taking off now. So what I thought was sweet corn that I planted, because I did plant some over here, is actually just a millet from the bird seed. Millet or sorghum seed from bird seed. Tithonia's still taking off and growing really strong now. I've been cutting it and using it for the fertilizers and mulch. It's definitely one of the fastest growing biomass producers that you can grow. That's a perennial too. One of the more unique features of growing Tithonia as a biomass species is that it can really help provide a microclimate because of the shade that it can produce fairly quickly. Between the bamboo that I'm growing and the Tithonia, you could tell really shades out, provides a nice deep shade. Got a lot of seedlings that's popping up. Cilantro. We have a lot of humidity this morning. There's a lot of dew on all the leaves. Covered this little hill with a little bit of grass clippings, and this last time that I mowed to help cover the soil, prevent it from eroding away. Really excited about this fig tree. Figs grow pretty fast, and I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get fruit on it this year. So the biggest thing that I've just done recently was this small pond project. So I can definitely tell the water has definitely dropped. It was when I filled it up yesterday. A lot deeper, but I can also know that something had been in here. Probably a cat, because that stick there was not like that. It wasn't like that at all. I wouldn't be surprised if a cat fell in here, actually. That's interesting. But anyways, yeah, this is a little experimental project. I planted fortnight lily, canna lily, taro all around the border here. This little pot of porterweed, or not porterweed, commonly called dollarweed here, but it's a semi-aquatic plant, and I wanted to also use duckweed and mosquito fish for this little pond to create a nice habitat that's free of the mosquito larvae. And it's actually rather deep where you're seeing water there. It's probably another foot down with water. But yeah, it makes me wonder if there's not a hole, just because of it was significantly higher, the water level, so I'll have to experiment with that. But yeah, so that's something that I've just been recently doing and experimenting with. It's nice and shaded, so it's going to be protected, little water area, little water feature. And I'd like to experiment with some other aquatic species, as I think aquaculture is extremely underutilized amongst a lot of the gardeners and food foresters that I watch. But yes, I'm excited to dive into that more, and all the edible aquatic species that there are. Nice new growth on the avocado. Something I saw the other day while I was out doing food delivery, because that's what I do for money, was a giant avocado tree in somebody's yard. filled with flowers, so there's actually a high potential to get avocados to fruit in my area, which is kind of unheard of. Around the tithonia that I planted, I also planted some kabocha squash. So I found some seeds for those. I've been fertilizing my sugarcane. It's got some new shoots down there. It's hard to see, but I'm really excited about establishing this sugarcane patch. Got a lot of nice germination with the sunflower seeds that I planted, as well as some of the Seminole pumpkin seeds that I planted. So that's really good to see. I'm starting to see some of the sorghum Sudan grass that I planted here in this little patch. Right here. They're small. They're hard to see, but these tithonia that I planted seem to be taking root nicely. And once these grow up, they'll look more like these over here, and they'll get much taller. So it'll provide a nice living fence. I fertilized my bananas yesterday. I'm trying to get on a schedule of, I could daily feed the bananas and they would use it, but at least every other day. You can actually see a little banana pup starting right there, which is exciting to see because I'd like to get these propagated this year and planted in other sections, because this is the all-star banana for this variety. For this area. Corn's still growing nicely. I'm gonna fertilize that today. I really need to get a sprayer so I can foliar feed my fertilizers. I just don't want to buy a low quality crappy one that's gonna break. But yeah, I think that's it for today's little garden update.